Coming up next on Action News Now at 5, the Reddick Bridal Show returned to the Civic Auditorium today. We'll take you there. Plus, Corny native Tyler Reddick has won the Daytona 500. We'll show you how he got it done. But first, Butte County deputies arrested a man last night after they say he evaded arrest and shot at them multiple times.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Mayfield. We begin tonight with a 2-year-old toddler being life-flighted to a hospital after crawling out of a second-story kitchen window this afternoon. According to Oroville police, the incident took place around 12:45 p.m. They say the toddler crawled out of a kitchen window at the Boulder Creek Apartments on Mitchell Avenue before falling 15 feet onto dirt. The toddler was flown to UC Davis, where doctors are helping aid in recovery from injuries. Yesterday around 10 p.m., Butte County Sheriff deputies arrested a man after they say he fired multiple shots at them while trying to evade arrest. Deputies say they tried pulling over 32-year-old Christian Stevens, pictured here, near Elwood Drive in Magalia, before he initiated a chase. They say his vehicle had been in a prior pursuit with Chico police on Friday. After Stevens failed to pull over, he led deputies from Magalia down to Chico. Deputies say during the pursuit, Stevens began firing shots out of a window. He eventually crashed into a ditch on Centerville Road and fled the vehicle while still firing shots at deputies. Deputies, along with officers from the Chico Police Department, eventually located Stevens at an apartment on West Sacramento Avenue. Stevens was wanted by law enforcement on multiple felony arrest warrants. Stevens was arrested and booked into the Butte County Jail for attempted murder of a peace officer, along with those outstanding warrants. We saw rain in multiple spots of our area today, including Philadelphia Square on Eaton Road this afternoon. Thank you to our editor, Megan Estes, for sending this in to us. Meteorologist Allie-Ann McCord joins us now for the forecast. Hey, Allie-Ann.
Hey, Blake, and yes, it has been quite a wet day across Northern California. We've actually been nice and dry here in Chico at the moment. Had those showers pushing through earlier, but a lot of rain moving along the I-5 corridor, and we're seeing some stormier conditions right now towards Reddick. Now, when it comes to our temperatures, we are warm and, of course, seeing the right environment for that rain. Temperatures in Chico right now, 57, 51 in Reddick, and you got the lower or upper 40s there, of course, along the Sierra and the Klamath Mountain Range. Now, as we look at the winds, overall, generally pretty calm, but the winds are really going to be picking up for us as we look ahead to tomorrow because we've got the winter storm effect coming in. So winter storm warning issued for the Cascade, the Sierra, and Klamath Mountains, and this is taking effect tonight into Wednesday because we are expecting very high snow totals, and that's going to lead to treacherous conditions on the roads. But we're also dealing with a wind advisory Monday through Wednesday in the Sacramento Valley because we're going to be seeing wind speeds up to 30 to 50 miles per hour. Now, tomorrow, we are going to be dealing with very wet conditions, especially to the Klamath Mountains. Rain and snow mix, temperatures low 40s. Moving over to the east, it is going to be snow for portions of the Cascades and Sierra. High tomorrow in Chester, 37. And I'm going to say for the foothills, it is going to be really windy. Temperatures in the lower 40s there in Magalia. And then as we look towards the, of course, Sacramento Valley, low 50s, but very wet conditions. But I'm going to break down all the details you need to know coming up in just a bit, Blake.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Allie-Ann. We'll check back in a bit. Corny native Tyler Reddick won NASCAR's Daytona 500 in a car owned by Michael Jordan this afternoon. Reddick led for only one lap the entire way, the final lap. He was in a battle for first with Chase Elliott until Elliott ended up crashing, giving Reddick the lead in the process. The 30-year-old Reddick, who was driving a Toyota for 23XI Racing, now has 9 NASCAR Cup Series victories overall to his name, with the last one coming in October 2024 at Homestead. Wedding season is right around the corner, and today in Reddick, hundreds of couples got a head start on planning their big day at one of the area's largest bridal events. Action News Now reporter Jesse Angelo was at the show for its 10th anniversary.
Over 100 vendors and nearly 1,000 people came to the Reddick Civic Auditorium on Sunday for the Reddick Bridal Show, an event where brides-to-be could find everything they needed for their big day, from dresses to DJs and cakes to catering. The show, now in its 10th year, continues to grow, drawing vendors and couples from across the region.
On average, a wedding can, range from $30,000 plus, and so obviously not everybody is doing a a full-blown wedding, but there are a lot of them taking place here annually.
Organizers say that level of spending translates into a major economic boost for Shasta County, with the industry bringing in tens of $millions each year. For vendors, the show is also big business.
We at least get 15 weddings with this show, so I mean, now it's great to be here.
For us, it's super important because we meet one-on-one with these brides and grooms, and then for the brides and grooms to be able to come here at the Redding Civic Auditorium and have everything in one place. It's just a great show.
And for couples just beginning their planning journey, the convenience is a major draw.
It's nice to see so many different vendors from all different walks of life and to see what they have to offer, and they have lots of great raffles going and lots of great information for everyone.
Yeah, it's super informative. I have nothing, so it's nice to see a ton of everything.
Yeah.
For many brides to be in Northern California, the Redding Bridal Expo provides that first step towards that walk down the aisle. In Redding, Jesse Angelo, Action News Now.
Paul David says Shasta County issues more than 1,000 marriage licenses each year, a number that helps keep events like the Redding Bridal Show going strong. An effort to address the growing fire danger in America's forests is uniting political opponents but dividing environmentalists. NBC's Brad Hicks explains what Congress is considering and why environmental groups are at odds.
For generations, Smokey Bear told us to prevent fires.
Only you.
But the suppression of fire has created a problem. The forests are now overgrown, so when fires burn, they're bigger, hotter, and more destructive than ever.
This is an urgent issue that has to be addressed now.
The Fix Our Forests Act aims to do that. FOFA is now in the U.S. Senate and has rare bipartisan support.
Wildfire doesn't respect political boundaries, and so this is a really big opportunity for us to find some common ground.
If the bill passes, it would modernize how the federal government manages nearly 200 million acres of public forest.
It looks at creative solutions like, can we restore wetlands and river systems to create sort of these wet areas that can serve as natural fuel breaks?
The bill also mandates high-risk areas receive immediate intervention and promotes flame-resistant buildings. But the flagship of FOFA, the part deeply dividing the environmental community, would speed up long-standing environmental reviews and limit public input and litigation.
That's a bad idea.
Those elements are the bedrock of regulations that have for a half-century protected forest ecosystems and helped save endangered species. Groups against the bill call it a wolf in sheep's clothing.
It isn't a solution to fires. It's nothing more than a giveaway to the logging industry. As long as a timber sale is no bigger than 10,000 acres, which is a huge swath of land, they don't have to do any environmental analysis at all.
The increase in the amount of acres that we're asking for them to be able to streamline their management is in line with what the state of California requested.
The bill is expected to come up for vote this spring. Until then, both sides, usually united, will be lobbying their positions hard on Capitol Hill. Brad Hicks reporting.